At 1:23 a.m. on April 26, 1986, there was an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Pripyat, Ukraine. So what he's doing is he's testing the radiation of different things.
But the main idea to build such places, such things in villages for propaganda.
So this is one of the gyms here.
So Chernobyl town, as you can see, it's like composition of abandoned buildings and buildings still in use. On your right hand side you can see post office and telecommunication center.
Look at that. So this one is not abandoned, obviously. This is a post office and communication center. So Chernobyl town is very much like a normal town, has many of the same things.
This is the oldest church here, so 500 years old.
500 years.
But first church was made of wood and was completely destroyed by wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
And it was rebuilt 200 years ago with stones like this.
Oh.
It was recently it was just refreshed, like renovated, repainted.
Yeah, I love the colors of this. So every religious holiday and Sunday, they have priests come in to this church and other surrounding churches, and basically they're all from outside. Oh. You can just walk in.
A local concert hall. 3 years ago we had concert of Elvis Presley here.
Really?
Yeah, but he had Polish passport. He was from Poland, but he looked exactly Elvis and was very similar. On your right hand side you can see just now behind these trees is located the statue of Lenin. This is actually last statue of Lenin in this part of Ukraine.
So Chernobyl isn't exactly as abandoned as many people would think, at least the Chernobyl town part. There are many workers still working here, and they do work here, with those schedules, but they are here for full-time jobs. Chernobyl town, they have a monument. It's a memorial for the firefighters and firemen of the Chernobyl disaster. These are the firemen that fought off the fire that erupted when Chernobyl disaster exploded, and we have a little memorial here. It's really nice. These are all the robotic machines that were controlled by radio controllers that would clean up the Chernobyl disaster. These were actually decommissioned 6 years ago, and they were cleaned up and they're put on display here. So these are, at first they didn't want to send in men to do it because it was too dangerous. So they had these remote control robots cleaning up the area. So as we're driving closer to the power plant, you can see the Geiger meter is going up on the scale. 0.56, 0.53, about that. So as we get closer to it, to the core, we are now in the 10K zone. And you can see that it starts going up a little bit. The meter is going up as we're driving past the nuclear power plant here in the back. That giant metal dome right there is going to be the new sarcophagus that they are going to slide over the 4th reactor, which is right there. They're going to slide that over in the upcoming months, and so it will be completely covered and less radiation will be leaking out. We're now driving through the red forest, and you can see that the radiation here is actually a lot higher. It's at 4.3. It's higher than it was right by the reactor, because when it exploded, the smoke would come and the wind was blowing in this direction. So these trees got contaminated. The pine needles on the trees were very tall, and they would then cover the ground. And the original trees were actually buried underneath the ground. But this is a lot higher radiation than there is over by the nuclear power plant. Pripyat town was built for the nuclear power plant. Yeah, for the families to live there.
Yeah, for nuclear workers and the families.
For nuclear worker families. You can see it was built in 1970, and there's actually an arrow that goes down this road towards Pripyat. And that is the sign that was built.
So it was founded in 1970. It was abandoned in 1980, so it was existed only for 16 years.
Little radiation signs right here mean don't go off the road because these woods are highly radiated, so it's not very smart to go past that on these trails. It's best to follow these roads because the paths that we're on, the blacktop, was actually cleaned and the soil was removed. So the cleanest part is actually to drive on these roads. Well, it's currently raining out, but we're going inside this abandoned school. It is school number 2 here in Pripyat town. In the Soviet Union, there weren't names for their schools, only their kindergartens. So that means all the schools were numbered. Oh my God. Look at this.
Do you know what is this?
Is this this looks like a classroom, but what are these boards hanging down?
Are you from California?
No,
Where from?
New York.
So you have also cold weather like here sometimes. It's wardrobe to leave.
Oh, these are hangers, coat hangers.
Yeah. Coat hangers or like cloakroom, like to leave warm clothes.
Oh, okay. So this is where they left all their clothes.
Radiation inside.
Yeah, let's see what's the radiation in here. 0.1. 0.12. It was more at my hotel in Kiev.
Yeah, of course. So that is why it was possible to take from inside of facilities all non-contaminated and available stuff. So all available stuff was taken from here by the government.
Ah.
No sense to waste it if it's good, not and clean.
Right. So most things were taken from this place because they weren't contaminated.
Soviet students were taught how to use gas masks. Can you see it?
Yeah. They were taught to use gas masks?
Yeah, it was Cold War time.
Oh.
Soviet Union was prepared for the war very well. So they were taught how to go to bomb shelter, you see, without panic. Because you know when all people run into bomb shelter together, a crowd can kill people. You know?
Yeah.
So they were taught how to use gas masks. They were taught how to go, how to organize.
How to walk in an orderly fashion.
Yeah. School library.
Yeah.
We call it biblioteca.
Biblioteca?
Yeah.
That's what you call it?
Yeah.
Sounds Spanish. I believe that's the Spanish word. Oh, look, an English textbook.
Yeah, in Ukrainian Soviet school, we had to learn Ukrainian language because it is Ukraine. We had to learn Russian language because it was main language in Soviet Union, and we had to learn one of foreign language.
Mm-hmm.
International, could be German, could be French, could be English. So in this school they learn English and Deutsch or Germans, you know?
Yeah.
But that time we were wondering why do we have to waste our time? No chance to go outside.
Yeah.
But during English lessons, our brain was washed one more time by propaganda. Have a look.
What does this say?
Lenin.
Oh, Lenin's young friends.
So our brain was washed one more time by propaganda, and maybe we had to learn English to tell you about Lenin.
Yeah.
So this is a newspaper called Pravda or the truth. Truth.
The truth.
But all it was lie. So this 18 July of 1983.
Ah, so that newspaper is 3 years before the
Yep.
explosion. A lot of them are torn up and it's hard to find the dates on some of them.
Had a lesson which was called work.
Work lesson.
Yeah. So our boys were taught how to work. So this classroom they work with metal.
Okay.
You see, that is why it is such protection.
Yep. Metal screens right there. So what do they work on in here?
They were taught how to work with metal.
Oh, just like metal.
Yeah, they did not make any kind of details or so. They were taught. So
Oh, okay.
they got an order. This is piece of metal. Make it this piece of metal like this, different.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and here they were taught. They were taught how to work with wood.
So this is a wood shop.
Yeah. For example, I remember such lesson. At the end, we were taught how to build the chair.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we have similar classes. Look at all this. This is a 1980s wood shop. So crazy seeing how different cultures do things.
More preserved.
Mm-hmm.
So it was canteen. So it's a good suggestion. Before school, you have to have warm breakfast.
Right. So the
Wash your hands before eating. Don't use river dogs as a diving place.
because there are these giant metal tubes in the water.
Yeah.
So this is the canteen right here,
Canteen.
also known as cafeteria
Yeah.
in English, and
Yeah. Canteen or buffet cafeteria.
this is the cafeteria. Oh look, they have the registers over here still. Wow, look at that old register.
What do you mean? Cash machine?
Yeah, that's a cash register.
That's ridiculous.
So this is leading into the gym, right?
Yep, this is good.
Whoa. That,
You see rain outside, rain inside as well.
yeah.
No one repairs roof. Water come in and wooden floor.
Yep.
Like,
It's been destroyed.
yeah.
The basketball hoops are still there too.
Chicago Bulls area. Michael Jordan. I'm not tall enough.
This is an old piano.
Before it used to be a piano, but now it's
Now it's a harp.
Yeah. Harp.
Yeah. America and Americans.
Can you see American flag?
Yep.
Can you see difference?
Yeah.
Barbed wire.
The stars are all barbed wire. Look at that. The flag, the stars on the flag are barbed wire. Wow. Do you know what that says?
So in December 1983 we got ordered to write these articles about Americans, blah blah blah. Maybe something else about American and Americans. This is history now.
Yeah.
It was done by. No, they declared peace. They were prepared for the war. Very well. So it's unfinished one, you see?
Yeah.
Empty pages.
Oh, look at that picture.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, look at that. All the desks are still here. They
In a row.
in a row, yeah. It's the reason they didn't take these desks.
No one knows. Maybe they get too much water now. You can see a computer, a wooden one.
A wooden computer. I believe it's called an abacus.
Abacus, yeah, it's calculator.
Yeah, a wooden calculator.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. All the desks are still here too.
Yeah, so this is, believe me, this is the best school. Because most stuff preserved here, same like original position.
Yeah.
So that is why I took here. Here also windows, you see, it's quite.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Wall of trees quite far away because other school we like just green wall and dark inside.
Yeah. So this is the best preserved school.
Yep.